Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name's EJ Marino and right now we are going to be diving into the 2019 MTV Movie and TV Awards. What makes me so qualified to talk about an MTV award show? Well, I'm a nearly 30 gay man who watches a lot of TV and way too many movies, so I think I might be overqualified by seeing some of the reactions, some of the Twitter moments from this show. Yeah, I might be overqualified because some of these winners, some of these ones that we're gonna go through, I haven't seen all the winners, so we'll get some fresh, some fresh takes from me. But from what I've seen, most frightened performance, Bird Box. Yeah, you can definitely tell this is a social media age that votes for these awards. The Twitter demographic that this award show is going for. This makes it way different than the Oscars or even the Golden Globes, which tries to have the fresher feel. But this really does come off as the youth movement, the meme era of people is what like the MTV generation is. It's always been the more youthful thing. If you go back to the 80s when it started, to the TRL generation of the 90s, it always has been teen, youth oriented. But now that I'm a little older and a little bit more out of touch, some of these ones shock me. So enough of this intro, let's dive into it right now. This award show has way too many awards. Look, all of them matter. Some of these are really important, and then some of them are most memeable moments. So I'm not going to be talking about everything, but one of the first things I won't be fully diving into are the MTV Generation Award and the MTV Trailblazer Award. The Generation Award went to Dwayne Johnson. He gave a pretty empowering speech about he didn't want to conform to Hollywood. He wanted to come in as an outsider and shake things up. Yeah, it's fine. Yay, Dwayne. I'm not a big Dwayne Johnson fan, but it's cute. He's good at public speaking. He's good at moments like this. So I did enjoy what I saw. Then the MTV Trailblazer Award went to Jada Pinkett Smith. I adore her. I adore her family. I think Willow and Jaden are so awesome. I think Will Smith is okay. He's whatever. But Jada Pinkett won the Trailblazer Award, or was at least honored as it. And odd pick, because I feel like we could have had a bigger Trailblazer of the Year, someone a little bit more on everyone's tongue. I love Red Table Talk, but Jada Pinkett as our Trailblazer of the Year, odd pick, but sure, I'm not going to dive too much into those. So let's get into the first award on my list, and it's Best Musical Moment. Now this had a lot of competition, actually way more than some of the other categories. Best Musical Moment was stacked from everything from Sunflower to also had the Masquerade from Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. I loved that. Then you had the really cringeworthy I'm Just a Girl Captain Marvel scene and all of Bohemian Rhapsody. Yay, but the winner was Shallow from A Star Is Born. That song is going to be a karaoke song for generations to come. It still gives me goosebumps to see. It's still a powerful moment. So I do think it should have won this. I think, look, I will make fun of Bohemian Rhapsody until the day I die, but that Live Aid concert was a stellar looking scene. It was really cool. Sunflower is one of my favorite songs of last year, but nothing beats Shallow. Let me talk to you real quick, MTV, because I'm sure someone's watching this video out of the maybe hundreds, maybe thousands who will see this. But Bird Box, as the most frightened performance, MTV, you had one chance to make up for what a lot of award shows did not do last year and honor Toni Collette from Hereditary. Look, I like Alex Wolff. He was the underdog. He was one of the most overlooked people of Hereditary. I like that he's nominated. But again, you could have fixed something by giving it to Toni Collette and then to give it to Sandra Bullock, who, again, I adore. Miss Congeniality is a movie I find to be highly entertaining. Speed, oh, I love that movie. But for frightened performance, Bird Box? What? She just yelled boy and girl for 2 hours. And that's it? I believe Ryan Reese from Halloween had a better performance. I believe Alex Wolff from Hereditary was the scariest or the most frightened performance here. Bird Box? If you're not going to give it to a Toni Collette who you didn't even nominate, to give it to Bird Box? Again, this is that Twitter demographic they're going for. That really cool, ooh, this was a meme, but it was a meme last year. This is a time you could have honored something and not give it to a dead meme, a stale meme that, oh, this one really upsets me. I'm getting upset about an MTV award show. What's happening? I used to love the best kiss category. I remember when Sarah Michelle Gellar and Selma Blair won it years ago. I remember when Robert Pattinson and Kirsten Stewart won it for Twilight. But I didn't see To All the Boys That I've Ever Loved Before, or whatever that title was. I didn't see it because I'm not into teenage rom-coms right now. Like, you know what? I have seen Riverdale. I do think that Charles Melton and Camille Mendes' kiss was pretty passionate. I also think the kiss from Sex Education was adorable. Hell, even as much as I had problems with that Aquaman kiss, look, Mira and Aquaman were kissing as everyone's dying around them. Really not that romantic moment for me, but oh my god, you could have even gave it to, you want to talk about dead memes, give it to the Tom Hardy Michelle Williams Venom meme, because that was a talking point of like, that was a big deal. So why this is the confusing one. This Noah Centineo, I don't know how to say his name. I'm so old. I feel so out of touch. I know all the gays and all the girls like this kid. He's pretty. She's awesome. Lana Condor. I really like her. I just this is the one that's confusing for me. I wasn't going to talk about it, but I did want to say at one point the best kiss was kind of like the cool category. It was kind of like that, oh, this is the one we're looking out for. So maybe you guys can let me know down in the comments below how out of touch I am. Was the kiss really that good? The small clip that I saw that MTV provided, I was just like, cute. Maybe I need context because I wanted to feel that power. I really love the raw emotion. You even go back to The Notebook. That kiss, Brokeback Mountain. There's good kisses throughout film history that I stick out and I remember it. To me, this one, like I said, I go for that Aquaman kiss for the pure campiness of it. I go for that Riverdale kiss for the more interesting factor of it. But sure, we'll give it to All the Boys I've Loved Before. It was the big Netflix thing a couple months ago. They're getting a sequel, I believe, as well. So yay for that. It got its award. I don't see it winning too much else here. Oh, it did win Best Breakthrough Performance as well. So yay, you get your two little MTV Movie Awards, which is perfect for your demographic. I might actually have to check it out now. Let me know in the comments below if I should check out To All the Boys I've Left Before. God, I've skipped a lot of those Netflix rom-coms. Maybe I'll check it out if you guys tell me in the comments. Alright, I'll group these two together. Best Hero and Best Villain. We have Best Villain, Josh Brolin in Avengers Endgame. No, I'm sorry, like, Thanos was not a main character like he was in Infinity War. He barely serves that gag that he does. I mean, Jodie from Killing Eve, she was a better, like, actress this year. Lupita Nyong'o from Us was one of the most terrifying performances I have seen in forever. Red was terrifying. So to completely ignore that, to give it to the Josh Brolin Endgame thing, I don't get it. Now for Best Hero, I get the Robert Downey Jr. winning. I think his performance in Avengers Endgame was amazing. I think his heroicness. I do think he was a little bit stronger than Brie Larson. Sorry, a lot stronger than Brie Larson and Captain Marvel. I love BlacKkKlansman, but it's not John David Washington and Iron Man aren't on the same level. Maisie Williams is probably the only one I could see taking it from Tony Stark here. I love that. I love her stuff in the last season of Game of Thrones. But again, Robert Downey Jr.'s like captivating, his like breathtaking finale of his character, I thought it was interesting. So yeah, I can't really fault it too much for giving them here. Oh, I also, Zachary Levi, who was the host of the show, was nominated here, did not win. Oh, sad. You know, he was cute in Shazam. I don't really love Shazam, but the villain side of this really did confuse me because I don't think Josh Brolin was as strong as Lupita, but I do think Robert Downey Jr. was the best hero of the year so far. Again, though, the year category for this weird list is odd. I would have gave these two nominations for Infinity War, and maybe I could have seen it even more. Best performance in a show, Elizabeth Moss, The Handmaid's Tale. No, Kiernan Shipka from The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina was a better choice. Emilia Clarke from Game of Thrones was a better choice. I like Elizabeth Moss. Her role in Us this year was great. I think The Handmaid's Tale is a great show to too depressing for me, which is rare to see. But yeah, I just don't see the best performance in a show. Much like the villain one, I just don't see this clicking with the demographic they're going for, but also with the year's work. I do think Emilia Clarke had a better performance. I do think Kiernan Shipka is more in touch with their audience. So this is one of the weirdest ones I've seen. A lot of them, like I said, I don't really agree with Bird Box, but I could see the meme of it. But this Handmaid's Tale, weird pick. Now let's go to something else I find weird, but I will agree with. Star is Born, Lady Gaga, best performance in a movie. Okay, Lupita Nyong'o from Us should have won this because she's an amazing actress. That performance is great. Rami Malek won an Oscar, whatever, but Lady Gaga is perfect. She is MTV. She is this demographic. She's a meme. This was an iconic role. I do think this really does check off a lot of the qualifications for an MTV award winner. I like this one. I'm a big Lady Gaga fan, same tattoo she has. So I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, this is such a shocking thing. No, I wanted her to win, but I do think this is kind of weird. Like I said, next to Lupita, who is a stronger actress, I hate to vote for Gaga before that, but I do think Gaga should have won it because of the MTV-ness of this award show. The final two awards really make a lot of sense, and I do think they kind of really mirror each other. The best TV show of the year, or at least for this MTV awards cycle, it went to Game of Thrones, and I have to say, I agree with that, especially with the competition. I like Schitt's Creek, Riverdale, The Haunting of Hill House. I finally watched it. I do enjoy it. And Big Mouth, I just watched over the weekend, and I thought it was kind of cute. But Game of Thrones, like next to the rest of these shows, it's almost no competition. It is the strongest show here, and it had a hell of a year. Even if you love to hate that show, or you were so angry you were talking about it, it was the buzziest. It was the most insane TV moment after Avengers Endgame, which went to Best Movie. I really do agree with that as well. Those couple weeks, that was April, where those two things overlapped, that was a big deal. No one could avoid the Avengers Endgame talk and the Game of Thrones talk. It consumed us for weeks. We're still talking about this. I still get suggested videos on YouTube talking about how bad Game of Thrones was, or oh my god, Endgame, best movie of the year, give it Oscars. These two things are such a big deal that I think they're going to carry over to the Emmy and to the Oscars. Maybe Avengers Endgame won't win an Oscar, but I do think it's going to be nominated, and Game of Thrones had such an iconic year that I do see it sweeping some Emmys. So these two winning, I think, are the best picks here, and really do capture everything the show should be about. The internet, MTV demographics, and actually good quality content for the year. Good job, MTV, for these two last awards. As much as things were wonky on the way up, I will say these final two awards were right. I have talked about MTV and said those words, MTV, way too many times. This is it for my review of the MTV Movie and TV Awards. What do you think of these awards? What do you think of my reaction? Let me know down in the comments below, because we should be talking about this. Do you agree with some of the winners? Avengers Endgame, best movie and performance in a movie, Lady Gaga. What about best hero, best villain? Let me know all your feelings in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because I make videos like this every single week. And thank you so much for tuning in. Oh my god, I almost forgot again. Give me a thumbs up because YouTube takes those very seriously. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video, and let's talk about MTV in the comments below.